a Centurio LD station from past to present. We will take a short journey through the history of Boğaziçi University Kandilli Observatory and Earthquake Research Institute Meteorology Laboratory, one of the most established scientific institutions in Turkey, from past to present. The proposal for the establishment of Rasathane Amire, which is the second observatory in the Ottoman Empire, was made by Aristide Kumbari with the encouragement of the Paris, Rome, and Vienna observatories. Rasathane Amire was established on July 13, 1868. Aristide Kumbari Effendi was appointed as its director. The institution first started its activities in a house near the Russian embassy in Beyoğlu. In June 1869, it moved to a building on Paris Street. The observatory, which was last moved to a building across from Amire, was destroyed by most of its building and equipment during the April 12, 1909 rebellion. On June 21, 1910, Emrullah Effendi, the government's Minister of Education at the time, appointed Fatih Gökmen Hoca as the director of the observatory upon the recommendation of Salih Zeki Bey. As a result of his examinations, Fatih Gökmen found İkidağ Hill on today's Vanakoy to be suitable as the new location of the observatory. At that time, there was an artillery unit affiliated to the Straits Command on İkidağ Hill, as well as a building consisting of a masonry tower and 2 rooms where the fire alarm officers of the Istanbul municipality lived. After the former residents evacuated the place in 1910, the Rasathane Amire began its duties here in early 1911. Starting from July 1, 1911, it began to continuously and systematically measure and record meteorological parameters in this building. Daily observations were made at the internationally accepted 0 hours of 7, 14, and 21, recorded in the observation books and reported to the necessary places. In the early years, the staff of the institution, which was called Rasathane Amire, consisted of a director, 2 clerks, and 2 servants. In the observatory studies carried out in the old tower and 2-room building, meteorological measurements and daily weather forecast reports for Istanbul were prepared. The observatory continued to operate in this manner until the Republic period. Rasathane Amire underwent significant changes during the Republic period and took its current form. While it initially retained its old name, after the alphabet reform, it was named Ministry of Education, Hayati ve Fiziki Artsi Istanbul Rasathanesi, and for the first time in 1936, it was named Kandilli Observatory. The meteorology laboratory of the observatory maintained its title as the only institution in the country that made observations and predictions related to meteorology until the General Directorate of Meteorology started regular observations in 1937. Kandilli Observatory was organized in accordance with the tradition of the establishment in the 1970s, consisting of departments conducting research, observation and in-service training on space and earth science subjects, and observation and research stations affiliated with the Ministry of National Education. Kandilli Observatory, which operated under the Ministry of National Education Higher Education Directorate until 1982, was transformed into an institute affiliated with Boğaziçi University under the name of Kandilli Observatory and Earthquake Research Institute on June 17, 1982. Today, Kandilli Observatory is a science center providing postgraduate education with its academic units, in addition to its center and laboratories. Today, as a meteorological observation station, our meteorology laboratory continues to contribute to research on data archiving, climate change, extreme weather events and long-term climate changes, as it did in the past, with manual and digital measurement systems and technological tools. Our data is archived in a computer environment and shared with students, individuals, and organizations upon request. In addition, information and guidance support is provided for the work of researchers. Detailed 5-day weather forecasts for Istanbul and other provinces are prepared every day and presented on our website with up-to-date maps. On Wednesdays and Thursdays, information is provided to schools, institutions, and other visitors to the observatory on how observations are made, instrument operating systems, and meteorology. During the summer months, meteorology engineering students are given practical meteorology internships. Public information requests from press and media outlets such as newspapers and television regarding weather conditions and sudden atmospheric events are met. In addition to these activities, joint scientific work activities with other institutions and organizations are carried out with projects such as BAP and BITAC, and scientific meeting organization and participation activities are carried out. Our meteorology laboratory air conditioning station has become one of the few certified air conditioning stations in the world in 2021, with the suggestions and support of the General Director of Meteorology Mr. Volkan Mutlukaskin and the approval of the World Meteorological Organization, by meeting the mandatory criteria for stations that have maintained their measurements for 100 years and above in the same location. Thus, it has become the first station in Turkey to have this honor. This success is a result of the Kandilli Meteorology Laboratory's uninterrupted service for over 100 years and its contributions to climate science. This meaningful certificate is an indication of the Kandilli Observatory Meteorology Laboratory's knowledge accumulation of over 100 years and its meticulously maintained observations. As in the past, we will continue to contribute to the field of meteorology in the future with our meteorological observations and scientific studies.